Of you and welcome to the session, the Hindu editorial analysis for proficiency in English. As usual, let us start with the snippets. The very first one. The very first one, case filed. Controversy erupts over others' remarks. States page. It goes with Kerala state. At the outset, good morning. A very good morning to all of you. Here we have case filed. When you see the word case, you all know what you have to recollect. All the words that go with filing a case, you have to recollect. Next, controversy erupts. When you take the word erupt, usually it goes with volcanic eruptions, we say. It goes with volcanoes. But here, case controversy erupts means starts. Someone must have said something. Based on that, controversy erupts means it starts. And this goes with a popular, a famous Malayali director. We don't know what exactly he said, but some case has been filed based on his remarks. Otherwise, when you see, you have to recollect an FIR that you have to recollect. Coming to the second snippet, you can see a lot of people over here, but not too many, not jam-packed, scattered here and there, but still you can see a lot of people. Protest anniversary. BNP skeptical about July Charter in Bangladesh. We have one important word here, protest anniversary. You all know when you see the word protest, what you have to recollect. Already we have got many a time. Anniversary also you know. But there's one important word here, skeptical. Skeptical means what? It means doubtful. Some people doubt everything. Then we call that person, he is a skeptic. He is always skeptical. That you have to know. But nothing wrong. Some people, slogans, placards, all these you have to recollect. But some people always negative opinion, negative stand. They always take a negative stand. Simple word, pessimistic. Better word, cynical. Don't get confused between cynical and skeptic. Skeptic means doubting. Cynical, always negative. Sick personality. Doubtful, you have to recollect the word dubious. Very good. Who are these students? Dubious. Jagdish, Kranti Kumar, wonderful. Coming to charter. Charter has many meanings. In this context, it goes more with a particular time, a particular moment, a particular thing. But chartered flight, you all know that. Those who are rich, they can afford a chartered flight. Uncharted territories means what? Never explored before. That also you have to know. Coming to the next one, pressure on Netanyahu. We all know Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. There's a lot of pressure on him. Ex-Israeli officers urge Trump to help end war. There's one important thing. Urge, we have got many a time. Cynicism, very good. Cynicism, not acceptable. Pessimistic attitude. Why is this? What is the meaning of the word urge? Urge, you have got many a time. To request, to plead. Yes. But help, why is this important? The news talks about Israel has been bombarding Gaza, that region. So many thousands of people died. And based on that, ex-Israeli officers, they're urging Trump. Urge means to request, to plead, to stop the war. Help end the war. Why is this important? I've told many a time. Help is a causative verb. Very good, Naidu. We have important causative verbs like help and make. But other causative verbs, get, have, let, these are also causative verbs. Please don't use V1, V2 in my presence. Who is this? Krishna. We don't follow that approach. I don't encourage students to follow that approach. Simply say help. It does not take the preposition to in active voice. You can use in passive voice. That you have to recollect. Coming to the next snippet, state of play. The race for the Catholic vote in Kerala. The race for the Catholic vote. This is based on last 2 days we got a news item. Two nuns were arrested in Chhattisgarh. And regarding that, it says the race for the Catholic vote in Kerala. Nuns' arrest puts every party on high alert. If nuns are arrested, why should the parties become alert? Vote bank. All the parties they try to help, they want to get the Catholic vote bank. That's what you have to understand. But nothing to learn as such. Usually we get sports snippet here, but today that is the main. There's one headline, there's an article also, and in the place of sports snippet, we have something that goes with politics. Criminal defamation case. I'm sure all of you know the meaning of the word defame, defamation. Red letter day means important day. Very good, Shrikant. What does it mean? Spoil someone's reputation. Imagine someone has reputation, someone else tries to spoil that person's reputation, defaming, and someone must have filed a case regarding that. Supreme Court stays the proceedings against Rahul Gandhi. Stays means stops proceedings against Rahul Gandhi. Someone must have filed a case against Rahul Gandhi, and the case has gone to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has stopped for the time being, stayed the proceedings, means they cannot proceed further against Rahul Gandhi. And you should recollect all the words that go with filing a case. We have got so many times. What is the main headline? India hits back, important expression, as Trump steps up tariff war. Hit back means to retaliate. Someone tries to disturb you, someone tries to attack you, you return, you retaliate, you hit back. An important expression. And one more, step up. Step up, we have got many a time. What does it mean? Disparage, Chandu, very good. Step up means to put in more efforts, to increase. And step up what? Tariff war. An important article you have to read. Then we have here another snippet. More roles for women in armed forces, Rajnath Singh. There's nothing to learn as such, but as a smart learner, the topic is the news is about women, more roles for women in the defense sector, armed forces. Then you have to recollect words like generally a lot of people think in the past, not nowadays, in the past they would think a woman's role is to confine to the house, take care of the family, take care of the kids. But things have changed. Women got educated, and if you still think that way, that is known as stereotyping. You try to stereotype the role of a woman. That word you have to recollect, and also you have to recollect gender bias, gender prejudice, and women empowerment. All these things you have to recollect. Coming to the next one, Bangladesh Navy has arrested Indian fishermen. Has arrested, which tense is feminism, feminist. Try it also, you can recollect. Naidu Paidi, very good. What is which tense is has arrested? Present perfect active voice. And how many? 48 Indian fishermen. This is a regular thing, but this time not Sri Lanka, it is Bangladesh. Usually, what happens if you take a country, the country has a coastline. Up to 12 nautical miles, the territory belongs to that particular country. Beyond the 12 nautical miles, it is called international waters or high seas. We can do, imagine Indian fishermen, they can fish up to 12 nautical miles because Indian territory. High seas also they can, but usually no one goes into high seas or international waters. But if they go to someone else's territory, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, 12 nautical miles, Indian fishermen go there, that becomes illegal. Based on that, arrested. Here you have to recollect the word poaching. Very good, Vishnu. And this has been going on for quite some time. But usually, Tamil Nadu fishermen go to Sri Lankan waters, they try to fish, they get arrested. That's a recurring problem. This time it is Bangladesh. That way, different. Let us go to another headline. I think I have done with this side. Ah. Here you see, I'm sure many of you must have followed the 5 test series, India versus England. And yesterday, the last day of the 5th test, it was a thrilling, nail biting, and quite exciting. India won the test, the 5th test, and the series has become draw. It is about that. And who did extremely well? Siraj sizzles. Here, sizzle usually goes with cooking, but here sizzle means to perform well, to do well, to shine. Sizzles as India pulls off a dramatic win at the Oval. Pull off. When you do something that is difficult, you execute. Then we say, I could pull off the event. Means I could manage to do it well. And dramatic. The last over was quite exciting. A thrilling match, nail biting match. You have to recollect all these. And you can see the emotions also. We have one more here. Opposition disrupts. Many of our students know what is this disrupt, interrupt. Disrupting innovation means touching the livelihoods of many people. Here, interrupt. Opposition disrupts Lok Sabha, demands a discussion on SIR. This has been in the limelight for quite some time. Bihar elections, electoral rolls, it has been in the limelight. And regarding that, it is very good, Vishnu, flora, fauna, all these you have to recollect. Wonderful. And disrupt is an important word. That's all from the front page of the Hindu editorial. Let us go to today's editorial. Today it is going to be the editorial and the questions based on the editorial. Let us see how it starts. You may wonder, why has Sir brought this editorial? It is about it belongs to cricket, about the 5 test series. Why has he brought a familiar topic, rather easy topic? Though it is familiar, there are so many words you can learn and also important expressions. That's why I had to bring this one. Fascinating finale. Fascinating. So many words are there you can learn. Fascinating means what? Attractive, appealing, attracting, fascinating, an important word. I find something fascinating. I find someone fascinating. You can use with things as well as both things and persons. Finale, the last test. On India's cricketing tour of England. You all know this, but do remember allure. Very good, Chandu. Attract, fascinate, allure. Allure has a negative connotation. Fascinate has a positive connotation. Alluring, allure someone. You want someone, some work from someone. Usually, kids you allure with a chocolate. But fascinating, I find it fascinating. Completely positive connotation. What is the main idea? Neither India nor England deserve to lose this hard fought series. Series, someone was asking, singular, considered singular. The series was won by. Do remember it is considered a collective noun. So it takes a singular verb. Here, when you see neither nor, you have to become alert. And you have to, all of you know either or, you can also say either or neither nor. But neither nor, you got to be careful. One reason, the sentence looks positive, but the meaning is negative. For example, she knows neither Hindi nor English. She knows sounds positive. But what is the meaning of the sentence? She doesn't know Hindi, she doesn't know English. There you got to be careful. Again, when you see the word neither, we have 3 distributive pronouns, each, either, neither. and they always take a singular verb. That you have to recollect. Each of the students have been given the material. That is wrong. Each of the students has been given the material. That is correct. Either of the books are acceptable. Wrong. Either of the books is acceptable. Neither of them have come. Wrong. Neither of them has come. And when you see the word lose, you have to recollect three words. First one is lose. Lose, part of speech, verb. What is the past form? Lost, lost. Then we have another lose. It is opposite of tight. Then we have another word loss, opposite of profit. All these you have to recollect. Lose, lost, lost. Lose shirt, tight shirt. And loss, opposite profit, profit and loss. Hard fought series. They fought very hard, both the parties. Based on that, they don't deserve to lose the series. Both the parties, both the teams deserve to win the series, but unfortunately, it was a draw. Let us see how it goes and what is there to learn. There's so much to learn from today's editorial. Though it belongs to a familiar topic, familiar turf. Familiar turf means familiar ground. Cricket, everyone knows. India's long cricketing tour of England concluded in a gripping stalemate. Concluded in a gripping stalemate. There are two words. Gripping means interesting. It puts you on the edge of the seat. Gripping plot, gripping movie, gripping story. Have you heard of these combinations? That is one word you have to focus on. And stalemate. Stalemate usually goes with chess. Means what? Dead end. After that, no steps, and it becomes a draw. Stalemate, dead end. But if you take a road, imagine there's a road, and here there's a dead end. What is the word for that? Cul-de-sac. SAC. Have you heard of this any time? Cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac means dead end road. But chess matches also sports. We say stalemate means what? Draw. A 2-2 verdict following Shubman Gill's men snatching a 6-run triumph against the host at the Oval on Monday, August 4, 2025, was an apt reflection of a well-contested test series that featured 5 matches. It talks about the series, a 2-2 verdict following Shubman Gill's men snatching. Usually the word snatch, you have heard of that. Good, Pravalika Naidu. I appreciate your response. Oh, Jagdish has come up with that, Pravalika also, and Naidu. Coming to snatch, usually it goes with crime. Snatch means take something quickly from someone's hand. And chain snatching, common problem in big cities. But here, snatch means take the match or take the series. Snatching a 6-run triumph. Triumph means a victory. And snatching the victory from the hands of the England against the host, that is England, at the Oval on Monday, August 4, 2025. What does it reflect? Was an apt reflection. Was past, apt. Remember the word appropriate. Short form, you think apt. Apt means appropriate. Apt reflection of a well-contested test series that featured 5 matches. You all know total 5 matches, 5 tests, 5 test series, and 2-2. Now the editorial tells us there are 2 dimensions here. When we host the matches, rather easy because we are familiar with the weather conditions, the pitches, and home crowd support. When we go out of the country, it is not easy to win against the host, means whichever country hosts the matches. And here the editorial talks about how we have been doing, what we have done, what we have achieved against Australia and against England, these two. Coming to Australia, Australia has been conquered. Tell me which tense is this? Australia has been conquered. Tell me which tense, active voice or passive voice? It is present perfect passive voice. We have conquered Australia. Australia has been conquered. Present perfect passive voice a few times in its backyard. Backyard is an important expression. Nowadays we don't come across. But olden days, if you take a house, imagine aerial view, behind some space, in front some space, and there is a fencing. The front yard, open space in front of the house, independent house, and backyard, open space behind the house. But now we have apartment culture that has become rather rare. In this context, it means a few times in its backyard. That means Indian team went to Australia, defeated Australia over there. That's what it means, in its backyard. But for India, England at home remains a tough opponent. England at home means in England, defeating England is a tough thing for Indian team. That's what it means. Only to substantiate this, a tough opponent. And tough opponent, you have to recollect the word formidable. Formidable opponent, formidable rival, formidable enemy, stronger than you. Only thrice has India seized. India seized in this context won. Only thrice has India seized a test series under the whimsical English skies. Whimsical, what does it mean? Whims and fancies based on emotions, not based on reasoning, not based on rationality. But here, whimsical English skies means unpredictable. What does it mean? Unpredictable. With the last series victory coming in 2007, when did we win against English people in England? Way back in 2007. And so far, we have won only thrice. One of the reasons, whimsical English skies means unpredictable English skies. The odds were stacked high too, as this was a visiting unit that had lost Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and R. Ashwin to retirements. There's an important expression. The odds means the chances were stocked high, means the chances were very less to win the series because we lost Mercurial we have got recently. Rationality means a reasoning, to think in a using your reason, not based on emotions. And Mercurial Trump we have got recently. Very good. Who is that? Nick Shala. Wonderful. Coming to this, odds were stocked high too. Means the chances for Indian team to win the series, chances were less. One of the reasons, two important players and two batsmen and one bowler, they took retirement. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and R. Ashwin. So the chances were very less to win the series. Gill's men, however, fought hard. In spite of their absence, Gill's men means what? Gill was a captain. They fought hard. There's one important word here, hard. You have to recollect hard and also hardly. Hard can be an adjective, can be an adverb. It is a hard nut. Here it is an adjective. He works hard. Here it is an adverb. Hardly is only an adverb. Means almost nothing. When we say he hardly works means he works or he doesn't work in the real sense. He doesn't work in the real sense. And that is one thing you have to recollect. And also when we take hardly, scarcely, barely, all these take which word? They take the word when. And no sooner takes the word than. Hardly, scarcely, barely, they take when. No sooner takes than. And also when we begin any sentence with any of these are all negative words, the clause should be in interrogative form. That also you have to recollect. Gill's men, however, fought hard. In an age, an important phrase you have to remember, in which there are whispers, murmurs, whispers. Whispers means what? You talk about something in a low voice, whisper. Usually the class is on, the teacher says no whispering, no murmuring. About implementing 4-day tests, it seems some people have projected this. What is it? They have projected an idea. Usually, a test is for 5 days. They want the test to be played for 4 days. And those whispers are making rounds. In an age in which there are whispers about implementing 4-day tests, this series was a reflection of all that is good with cricket's traditional format, that is 5 days, as every contest spilled onto the fifth day. Though people are talking about 4-day test, now this particular series has proved 5 days should be the traditional format. We should follow the traditional format because the last 5 tests, every test, the final day, the fifth day was quite interesting, fascinating, and gripping. Here it says every contest spilled onto the fifth day. England's buzzball style. This I'm not going to tell the meaning because there's a question on this. Did upset, did upset India's best laid plans at times, and yet the bowlers found ways to strike back. If you read carefully, you should get doubts. Here, the writer could have said, "Buzzball style upset India's best laid out plans." But why did here it is used for emphasis? Imagine spill the beans. That also you have to recollect. Very good. Pravalika. And rumbling, cracker jack. Very good. Yes, Soumya also says interrogative form. Coming to here we have did upset. Imagine someone asks you, "Do you like English?" For God's sake, don't say I don't like, at least till you get the job. Someone asks you, "Do you like English?" Casual, yes, I like. But you like a lot. What does that question means? No, when we go to questions based on comprehension skill, there's a question regarding that. That's why I'm not telling the meaning. But you like English a lot, then what are you supposed to say? Yes, I do like. I like casual. I do like emphatic. I completed the work, casual. I did complete the work, emphatic. That you have to recollect. And coming to laid out, laid plans. Laid plans means laid, lie, lay, lane. I've told many a time, you have to recollect those two verbs. Laid plans at times, they had this particular plan and the Indian team got troubled, but bowlers saved. Yet the bowlers found ways to strike back. England was led by the rousing manner. Rousing means energetic, and also you can say someone who is very active, energetic. You have to recollect rousing manner. England was led past tense passive voice by the rousing manner of all-rounder Ben Stokes till he skipped the last test due to injury. He could play only 4 tests. I do like, sir. Who is this Pandu? Very good. And fifth test he could not play because of injury. And in Joe Root, another English player, England has a batter for the ages. Means they haven't got a good batter for some time. Now they have found a good batter. And if he stays fit, Sachin Tendulkar's record test aggregate of 15,921 runs may not remain immune. That means Roots has a potential to break Sachin's record in tests. And what is that record? Aggregate runs, 15,921. That may not remain immune. Means what? Likely to be broken. But he has to remain fit. In the distant past, means in the past, but you have to go a few years back. In the distant past, a tour of England featured additional warm-up games against the counties. I don't know how many of you know. In the past, any tour, especially to England, the Indian team would go stay there for a long time. Initially, they would play against counties, teams of counties. Like our states, they have counties, and the counties have their own teams. They would play as warm-up activities. Then they would play the test, actual test. Now it is not possible. In the distant past, a tour of England featured additional warm-up games against the counties. The length of the tour helped players rest and regain form. Length of the tour means a long 2 months, 3 months in between matches with counties. They got a chance to relax and regain the form. Help players rest and regain form. But modern day players don't have that sort of opportunity. Modern day players have no such luxuries as a cramped year long schedule. Modern day players, they can't afford to relax and regain the form because they have year long schedule very tight. Very tight, we say cramped. Modern day players have no such luxuries as a cramped year long schedule that packs in T20s, such as the Indian Premier League, means that every overseas trip becomes a rushed affair. Because of matches in between, because of IPL, every tour abroad becomes a rushed affair. They have to play, finish it off, then come back. That Jasprit Bumrah could only play 3 tests, and even Stokes had to skip one at the end, the fifth one, is a reflection of how cricketers have no time to pause and remain injury prone. It only shows that they play many matches. Obviously, they lose the strength, and they may become prone to certain health issues. They may become, in the sense, they lose the stamina. Then they can't play all the 5 tests. And one example, Bumrah, he played only 3, and Stokes played only 4. The fifth one he had to skip. Health issues. They have no time to pause and remain injury prone. They remain injury prone. Injury prone means what? Likely to get affected by injuries. Disease prone, injury prone. Important expression. Seen in that light, Mohammad Siraj turning out for 5 tests, appearing in all the 5 tests, and bowling with verve and skill. Verve means a vigor, energy, and skill is a huge testament of his fitness. All the 5 tests, and he could bowl, he could get so many wickets, and it only shows a testament, evidence, proof of his fitness. India has much to cherish. Because of the test series between India and England, India has something to cherish. Cherish means I feel happy about when you think of something. I cherish my childhood days means what? Whenever I think of my childhood days, I feel very happy. Why should India cherish? India has much to cherish as Gill amassed 754 runs, first reason, and KL Rahul and Yashasvi Jaiswal excelled with the bat. They have played extremely well. Meanwhile, Ravindra Jadeja and Washington Sundar offered depth in the batting order, even if the tail below wilted. This is not easy to understand if you don't follow cricket. Tail below wilted. Then you may wonder from where tail has come. But if you take Indian team or any cricket team, first we have the batsmen, then we have all-rounders, and then we have lower end, we have the bowlers, and they are known as tail enders. And these 2 players have played well, but remaining players, they did not play well. Based on that, the tail, even if the tail below wilted, wilt usually goes with likely to suffer. Prone means what? Likely to suffer. Chandu, very good. Yes, Vishnu, lower order. Here, wilt usually goes with plants. Imagine you don't water a plant for 2, 3 days. Then the plant gets sagged or drooped, and after some time it may die. That time we say it got wilted. Lose energy, lose a vigor. The injury to Rishabh Pant was unfortunate, but is bound to return in a while. Unfortunate, Rishabh Pant got retired hurt, and he may come back, bounce back. India missed Mohammad Shami, and much hinge here means depended on the fiery Siraj, means aggressive, ferocious, attacking bowler, who with 23 wickets stepped up. Step up means to increase, to put in more effort, to take to a different level, even as his fellow seamers lost their radar at times. Other fast bowlers lost their radar, means their focus, their concentration. But here you have to recollect one word. A rudder. Have you heard of this? Imagine a plane. Here at the back, you have, if you take a plane, you have here something at the end of the plane. The movement of this changes the direction of the flight. This is known as a rudder. It is used for the direction. To change the direction of a flight, they have to operate the rudder. The rudder moves, then the plane direction also moves. A team in transition. Right now, Indian team is changing. Why is it changing? Transition means change. New players and senior players have taken retirement. Is bound to have teething issues. Any team in transition is bound to face problems, initial problems, temporary problems. Teething problems, an important idiom they have given many a time. Teething problems means when you start a project, initially you may encounter a few problems, temporary problems. Then we have to use teething issues, teething problems. Quite natural. However, through their rugged fight, rugged means rough. Rugged goes with plain, no, plain, plain, not plain. Okay. Coming to this one, rugged means what? Rough. It goes with mountains, it goes with a surface, and it also goes with some people. Some people look very rough. Then we say rugged look. Through their rugged fight, these players offer hope for better days ahead. Better days ahead. Obviously, we should be optimistic. Now, try to answer the questions based on comprehension and also listening skill. Fight tooth and nail, very good, Pravalika. What is this? Plain is too plain. What does it mean? And plain too plain, sir. What does it mean? I'm not, I can't make out what exactly you're trying to convey. But try to answer this. What is the central theme? The intense and evenly fought nature of the India England Test series. Answer has to be C. Coming to the second question, what is the tone of the editorial? Which of the following best describes the tone of the editorial? It is not biased, eliminate, sarcastic, not sarcastic, balanced and appreciative, hold this one, critical and negative, nothing negative here. It has been balanced. Based on that, what is the answer? Rags to riches, yes. Very poor state to very rich state. Then we say rags to riches, an important idiom. C is the answer. Coming to the next one. According to the passage, what major challenge did the Indian team face during this tour? Indian team had a major challenge. What was it? Easy, clearly mentioned, explicit information based question. Poor crowd support, no. Injuries and retirements of key players. Injuries, Bumrah got injuries, Rishabh Pant injuries, and key players like Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and Ashwin retirement. Answer should be B. You don't have to look beyond. What does the phrase buzzball style did upset India's best laid plans imply? I did not give the meaning because there's a question here. That's why I did not give the meaning. Now go to the options and try to get the meaning. What does it imply? England followed traditional test strategy successfully, not correct. India was unable to respond to England's aggressive batting approach, hold this one. Buzzball is ineffective in modern day cricket, not correct. India's bowling strategy dominated England throughout, not correct. So, what does it imply? Buzzball style means aggressive batting. What does it mean? Aggressive batting. And India could not face that. Unable to respond to England's aggressive batting approach. It's a particular approach. What is that approach? Aggressive batting approach. India couldn't had problems, but luckily bowlers saved. Let us go to the next question. What is the writer's view about 5-day test in today's context? Writer has talked about 4-day test whispers and 5-day test. What is his stand? What is his view regarding 5-day tests? They should be replaced with 4-day tests. Writer doesn't say that. They're outdated. Writer does not talk about that. They still have a value and should be preserved. They only work well in subcontinent conditionals. Writer doesn't say that. No, answer is writer says we need to have 5-day tests. What is the reason? If you look at the test series between India and England, only on the fifth day, the thrill spilled on to the fifth day. That means we need 5-day test series, matches. They still have a value. They have value and they should be preserved. That's all for today. I could not get mocks, mini mocks, and other whatever we get regularly. But tomorrow we'll have the regular format. Have a nice day. Thanks for being with me till the back end of the session. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much.
మిమ్మల్ని అడిగాడు.
అదే 9:47